Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I don't know if you can tell, but I've got my bartender shirt on, or it's not really a bartender shirt, maybe it's a sailor shirt. Sailors drink whiskey, right? Anyway, I'm going to show you how to make the best whiskey sour ever. So we've got our shaker, very, very important. To that, we're going to add some bourbon, whiskey. I think, how does it go? All bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon. Or maybe it's the other way around. Anyway, we're gonna add 2 shots of bourbon. The nice thing about making drinks is you can use the measure, and usually it's like 1 measure, half a measure, 3/4 a measure, 2 measures. So you don't really need an official shot glass. You can just use something that's close to that. So anyway, 2 shots of bourbon whiskey. Then we're going to add just about 1 of simple syrup. Simple syrup is just equal parts sugar and water that you boil until the sugar dissolves, stir it up, and you get this syrup. Instead of using sugar, which doesn't always dissolve in cold liquids, the simple syrup, the sugar's already dissolved. So it's equal parts sugar and water. You also can make hummingbird nectar. That's 4 parts water to 1 part sugar, but it's basically the same thing. You're making simple syrup for your hummingbirds. So when you make some for yourself, make it equal parts, and for your hummingbirds, make it 1 part water, 4 parts water, 1 part sugar for the hummingbirds. And hummingbirds don't need red food coloring. That's a myth. It's not good for them. Red food coloring is not good for us either. So just use the regular water and the sugar. A lot of the hummingbird feeders are red glass, or they have like little red flowers around the edge, but you don't need red food coloring. So back on track. We've got a lemon. The lemon is really important. The citrus is important to this because number 1, it tastes good, but number 2, it's going to activate the egg whites. So we're going to squeeze about almost a shot of lemon juice, which is probably like from half a good sized lemon. And if you get some seeds in there, you can either strain them out with your super clean fingers, or they'll get strained out at the end. So we've got that. Then we're going to put 1 egg white in. So I'm just gonna crack my egg and separate the egg into a drink. So it goes without saying, if you're pregnant, young, old, high risk, immune compromised, you should not be eating raw egg whites. Although I think the lemon juice kind of helps to inactivate anything bad in the egg whites. So anyway, I've got it in my shaker, put the lid on. I'm gonna dry shake, which means no ice, for like a good, I like to do like 60 seconds, which is a super long time, but you really, really want that egg white to get all frothed up so your drink is like nice and foamy. So we're gonna shake, shake, shake. The lemon juice and the dry shake is really what gets the egg white going. So that's super important. So I don't look at the clock, I basically just shake until my arm gets tired. Whoops, whew. I think that's foamy because it's coming out the top. Okay, so now we're going to take the top off. We used to go to Carrabba's all the time in Virginia, and their shakers would always get stuck and they could never open them. It was really funny. So we're going to put a couple ice cubes in, and we're going to shake again just to cool everything down. If you don't have a shaker like this, you need one. It makes everything super cold. I'm not really sure how it does it, but it does. So you can I started with room temperature everything except for the simple syrup, and it's now really, really cold. So I've got 3 cubes in my glass. I'm gonna pour my drink in. And the foam usually does get stuck inside. Oops, I don't want the ice to go in. Usually just like to put the extra foam there. Okay, so you can see that's a nice little foamy drink. And then if you've got maraschino cherries, they're super fun. I don't know who keeps them on hand, but if you do, maraschino cherry, And then you can just go ahead and put a little bit of a lemon wedge. And there you have beautiful whiskey sour. Look at that foam. Beautiful egg white foam on the top of your drink. So that's how you make a whiskey sour. I'm just gonna taste it. Oh, that's good. Whiskey sour with egg white foam on top. You're welcome.